Hey guys, it's Mike here. Before I start this video, I just want to say I have a shirt which just released. More info at the end of the video. So without further ado, here are the top 10 theories about Fredbear. Up at number 10 is by the one and only self, and that is that the kid actually died not from Fredbear's mouth, but from the endoskeleton mouth inside Fredbear. I mean, when you think about it, how could his frontal lobe be the only thing that was damaged when Fredbear bit him? With the size of Fredbear's mouth, his whole head would have probably been ripped off at this rate. But his whole head didn't rip off, he only lost his frontal lobe. And then we also know that he even got to the hospital, since we hear at the very last screen a heart monitor flatline, which means he did in fact lose his frontal lobe and not his whole head. And now for theory number 9 is by Pop Goes the Weasel, and that is that the child actually brought home Fredbear's hat and bow tie. And this would explain many things. First of all, in the trailer it says, "What have you brought home?" And then it would also explain why Fredbear is haunting the child, and why in the minigames Fredbear is present in every single screen, because he is in a way haunting you. And now for theory number 8 is a theory of my own, and that is that the company may have simply repainted Fredbear's hat and bow tie to change Fredbear's image and turn him into Golden Freddy. And maybe they were even on their way to repaint the whole body to turn him into Freddy Fazbear. Because when you think about it, Fazbear Entertainment is a very shady company. I mean, after all, they have a reputation of doing unethical things to save a few dollars. So why wouldn't they just literally repaint Fredbear into Freddy Fazbear to change the image without spending too much money? And now for number 7 is a theory by Kukai, and that is that Fredbear may have originally been the main protagonist of a cartoon show. I'm talking of course about Fredbear and Friends. Now you may have noticed in FNAF 4 on the television and the minigames it says Fredbear and Friends 1983. A lot of people assumed that it meant that the restaurant existed all the way back to 1983 and that a cartoon was created after it, but actually I think it's the opposite. First the cartoon came, and then because of its success a restaurant was opened after it. And now for theory number 6 is by Jelly Liam, and that is that it is possible that Fredbear may have killed before. What I mean by that is that the child in FNAF 4 may not be Fredbear's only victim. During one of the FNAF 4 minigames, when you try to move towards the show stage towards Fredbear, it says, "No, don't you remember what you saw?" And then when you go the other way, you are confronted by a man dressed in Fredbear's suit, and it says, "It's too late. Hurry the other way and find someone who will help. You know what will happen if he catches you." So these two sentences, "Don't you remember what you saw?" and "You know what will happen if he catches you," they imply that the child saw something horrible involving Fredbear, such as maybe Fredbear murdering a child possibly. And now for theory number 5 is, do you guys remember back in FNAF 3 when Phone Guy mentioned a so-called spring lock failure? Well, I personally think that that spring lock failure may be the bite of 87. I mean, think about it. The public doesn't see the kids stuffing the child into Fredbear's mouth. All they see is Fredbear and a dead child, so they assume that there was some kind of a spring lock failure and that Fredbear killed the child, when in reality it wasn't really Fredbear's fault. So yeah, maybe the spring lock mechanism failure is in fact the bite of 87. And now number 4 is that it is possible that Fazbear Entertainment reused Fredbear's endoskeleton and put it into some other animatronic. I mean, think about it. Even if they have to get rid of Fredbear, nothing forces them to get rid of the endoskeleton. They could just, clean the blood off of it and reuse it. Now, some of you might say, but SMIKE, Fredbear uses the spring lock mechanism, which has 5 fingers, and isn't compatible with non-spring lock endoskeletons, which have 4 fingers. To which I want to show you this image. You see, this is the minigame that takes place in FNAF 4, the one where the kid is stuck in the storage area. Notice that this endoskeleton hand has 4 fingers, which means that maybe Fredbear, the one that bit the child, didn't use the spring lock mechanism after all. And now for theory number 3 is by Jelly Liam, and that is that the owner of Fredbear's Family Diner may have named Fredbear after himself, which is to say that his name may have been Fred Bear, first name Fred, last name Bear. So yeah, this is a pretty interesting and simple theory. And now for theory number 2 is by Bloophox, and that is that maybe the endoskeleton in FNAF 2 is Fredbear's endoskeleton. Like I said before, if you look at the hand in the storage room in FNAF 4, you can see 4 fingers, and if you look at the endoskeleton in FNAF 2, you can see 4 fingers as well. So yeah, could the endoskeleton in FNAF 2 belong to Fredbear? And now finally for theory number 1 is by Zcrom9, and that is that at the end of FNAF 4, the text bubbles that you see at the top of the screen right before you die may not be from Fredbear. If you look at all of the other texts from Fredbear, you can see that the color is a very golden yellow, while the text in the end screen is actually more of a pale yellow, which means that this may not actually be Fredbear talking to you, but someone else. To find out who, we have to compare the text to all the other texts from other characters. Every single character has a different color text, and the character whose text color matches the end text the most is the green-eyed girl that you meet outside during one of the minigames as you're walking home. So maybe that means that she was your friend, and upon hearing that you were in the hospital, came to visit you and talked to you to reassure you right before you died. So thanks for watching my video, guys, and like I said, I do indeed have a shirt. This is the red version. There's also a blue version, which is this one. The link to buy it is in the info below, so go check it out. It's 20 bucks. It ships all over the world, and also it's only going to be available until October 15th, so grab it before it's gone forever. And also, if you do get the shirt, make sure to tweet a picture of you wearing it with the hashtag SMIKE_shirt. So that's hashtag SMIKE_shirt for a retweet and a chance to be featured in one of my videos. I'm going to be taking a bunch of pictures of people wearing this shirt and featuring it at the end of videos such as this one. So yeah, I gotta say I'm pretty excited. This is my very first shirt ever, so I can't wait to see you guys get your hands on it. And otherwise, if you enjoyed this video, why not leave a like and subscribe? And otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Peace!